Hello, this is Bruce Clapp, and I'm the president of Market Match, where we help our clients strategically grow their organizations with focus, momentum, and results. And welcome to the next installment of The Fuse, where bank and credit union marketers come together to start something, to set it on fire for your organization, your customers, your members, and your marketplace. So let's get started today with a couple housekeeping items as we get going today. Before we jump into our topic, I want to make sure that you realize that The Fuse is a series of topically relevant content for you to be able to view for yourself, to learn, to share with others in your organization, and to come back and reference from time to time. You can find it at the marketmatch.com Knowledge Center. And in a second, I'll show you that link where you can not only register for future sessions to be notified when they come up, but you can also share your thoughts and needs for future topics. We'll happily address those, share those with you, share those with others, and we can all work on together making bank and credit union marketing on fire. So here is where you can register for additional items for the Fuse at the Knowledge Center. You can also see white papers we've written and interact with the Market Match team for things that might excite you, excite your credit union, your bank, or things that you might want to dive into and try at your organization. So today I want to talk about a topic that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and that's really all about teamwork. And every week I start our team meeting with a quote. And so I thought I would start this one with the same way. This says, "No one can whistle a symphony. It takes an orchestra to play it." So you, your team within marketing, your team within your organization, you in all of your branch network, all working together to make sure this beautiful music happens for your customers and for your members. And while you might be in your office working away on a plan or a strategy or a new campaign thought, and you think you're doing all the heavy lifting, really just keep in mind, it takes an orchestra to make this whole thing happen. Everyone has a bit part, and everyone needs to understand what their bit part is, because an orchestra without a flute, for instance, it just doesn't sound quite right. So an organization without a successful call center, for instance, it's just not quite right. An organization that doesn't effectively share their distribution points that are outside of the physical ones, like online banking and person-to-person payments and ATMs and things like that, is just not quite right. So it takes a whole orchestration of all of these efforts to really make it happen. So I want to talk a little bit about this, and it's 100% about teamwork. So teamwork is kind of an overused word, I believe, an overused concept, but it's still absolutely relevant for everything you do, especially as a marketer, because you are a master conductor, getting everyone to do the things necessary to make things happen. When that magic needs to happen, when a member or a customer walks in, calls in, clicks onto your website, or wherever point of engagement with them happens, because you as the marketer can tee everything up, but you can't typically take that swing. It has to be all those working around you and with you and for you at your organization. So let's talk about what the challenge is. And part of it is putting the team together. Part of it is getting that team to work together. Part of it is just keeping the focus, because there's so many things your team could and should do. But ultimately, if you properly recognize and reward not only the efforts, the inputs, but the outputs, the results, that's where the magic really happens. So this is your challenge, if you should choose to accept it, with a throwback there. But these are the things that are really going to matter for you as a marketer and matter for you as an organization. So let's dive into each one of these and how we can attract and attack these. So I believe there's 6 critical elements to successful teamwork. And this is adapted and adopted from John Murphy International and Egon Zehnder Consulting. So I want to give credence and credit where it is due. But these 6 things, I firmly believe, if you can figure these things out and create the right balance and alignment of each of these things, you will have a successful team environment at your place, and you'll have more fun, have more results, and more celebrations as an outcome. So balance is a critical part of this. Balance between the do's and the thinks. A lot of people spend a lot of time thinking, and there's not as much time doing, and we need to have people that think and the people that do. But it's also about work-life balance, and it's about member and organization balance, and customer and organization balance, and making sure we're doing the right things, where we have the right impetus behind us to make sure those things happen. And that a lot of times happens with alignment. When things get out of alignment, you get out of balance as well. We have to make sure that we have things lined up for our staff. They have the information they need. They have the tools they need. The promotions are happening to drive people to those points of engagement. And everything is aligned and working together. People know what their accountabilities are, their responsibilities, and how they fit into the overall piece. No matter if I'm front of the house, if I'm back of the house, everyone has a key role. And then it takes energy to drive and thrive in this kind of environment. And energy comes from within, but it can also be externally implied. So people tend to gain energy when they see excitement around them and happy things happening and good things happening and results starting to click in. Energy starts to build. So we have to be the fire starter as the marketers and the sales leaders in our organization. We have to fire that energy up and be that fire starter that's always there, making sure that people can gain their own energy and it starts going ahead and moving organizationally for us in a positive forward fashion. And that resilience is critical. And then we all know that in marketing, where everyone loves to put on their marketing hat and say, if we just had better marketing and more consistent marketing, we could do some more things. Resilience means you get knocked down, you get back up again. They're never going to keep you down, to again quote a song that's out there. But this is the important part of being resilient, is making sure that you know that by the time you get sick of things, your customers and your members are just now getting their arms around it and just starting to understand the value to them. So resilience is keep the focus, keep the energy, keep things moving forward, no matter how many things are bouncing off you, how many arrows are coming at you. Make sure you're doing the right things the right way, because it will pay off. And that efficiency comes into play, that again, because there are so many things we could do in our day, we have to pick the right ones. We have to pick the ones that are most efficient for us. And we need to be the leaders out there, clearing the hurdles and the path for our staff and for those involved in the sales process to create efficiency for them. And make sure we're constantly evolving and adapting and analyzing our processes to make sure we can remove things out of any process that don't need to be there, whether they are legacy pieces, parts, or things that people think that they need to do, but really all they create is time and extra work. We want to be as efficient as an organization. And all of these things are wrapped in openness. And being marketers, I think we're relatively open people, where we have to be able to take thoughts and ideas in, process them, align it with our strategies, and then kick them back out. We have to be open to ideas, because we don't have all of the ideas. We don't certainly have all of the great ideas, but sometimes our staff does, and we have to be open to those kinds of things. So if we can put these 6 pieces, parts together, we'll have a successful framework for success as a team. We'll generate great results. The outcome for you and for your organization is real-time synergy. That means everybody's working together in real time, means today, not tomorrow, not next quarter. That means today. And it's also about career progression. As people get more comfortable and confident in what they do and the role that they play, you know what? They want to take that next step up, the next step up. So we're creating people that have a job today to people that have on a career tomorrow through this entire process. And it's all about creating that progression through collaboration and helping one another. We've talked about mentoring in the past, and we talked about energy and digital results. Now it's about putting those things together and creating this sense of accountability, where even if no one's looking, I know what I need to do in my job or at my desk on a Tuesday afternoon to make sure that we're going to keep moving forward as an organization. And I'm doing my part, so then my neighbor, my coworker, can do their part as well. Because a lot of times these are building block things that if one piece of the puzzle falls, or if one building block is not in place, the whole thing's going to tip and fall. So we want to make sure that everyone is doing their part in this process, because the outcomes are absolutely worth it. More customers, more members, happier, more balances, all of the things positively outcome to this. And we create synergy in a working environment. That's where everyone is working together. It's interaction, it's cooperation. There's this combined effort that kind of energizes people. I can feed off the energy of my coworker. They can feed off the energy from me. And it's all a positive snowball moving forward and growing forward as we go on as an organization. So with that, you can learn more at marketmatch.com. Sign up for future Fuse sessions. Share thoughts and ideas for future sessions you want to hear about that are relevant for you in your own responsibility. And otherwise, have a great day and see you on the next Fuse.